Okay, so we're all on page 93 in our books. Remember the stars. Alright. Now, the question on your page, in your binder, you don't have to turn there right now, just listen. Anne-Marie describes many different sources of pride. Which do you think gives the strongest feelings of pride, and explain your answer? So, let's first read again together what she says about pride. Okay? And I'm going to be kind of near the middle of page 93. The first thing I'm going to read is "It's all right." Okay? So on page 93. Page 93. Okay? Are we there? Where it says "It's all right"? Yeah, let's not worry about that. We'll just have our book open to page 93. Okay? Alright. It's all right. And you remember this is the part where, the man fell down. Alright. So she goes, "It's all right," she said, in response to their looks. The old man stumbled, but Peter helped him up. He didn't seem to be hurt. Maybe just his pride, she added, smiling a bit. So she says he wasn't hurt, but his pride was hurt. Okay, and that's kind of a joke that people will say, like if you trip and fall, and someone asks, "Oh, are you hurt?" And you'll say, "Well, only my pride was hurt," right? And what's pride? Okay, what's pride, Lucy?
It's the opposite of humble, like you think you're good.
Like you think you're all great, right? So, okay, good, hands down. So, yeah, the opposite of humble is to be proud, okay? So, if your pride is hurt, hands down, if your pride is hurt, then what you're saying is you've been kind of humbled, okay? And so we'll sometimes say that when we fall down, "Oh, that hurt my pride," okay? I don't feel as proud as I was. I don't feel as wonderful and great as I thought I did because I did something embarrassing, right? And so when we do something embarrassing, we'll say, "Well, my pride was hurt," okay? So I don't feel that like I'm so great anymore because my pride was hurt. So, kind of a joke there. It's a little joke. She sees him fall, and he says, "Oh, he wasn't hurt, but his pride was hurt." Okay. All right, so then, continuing on page 93. We're all on page 93, following along, looking at our books, looking at our books, looking at our books. And it was an odd word, pride. Anne-Marie looked at the Rosens sitting there, wearing the misshapen, ill-fitting clothing, holding ragged blankets folded in their arms, their faces drawn and tired. She remembered the earlier, happier times, Mrs. Rosen, her hair neatly combed and covered, lighting the Sabbath candles, saying the ancient prayer, and Mr. Rosen sitting in the big chair in their living room, studying his thick books, correcting papers, adjusting his glasses, looking up now and then to complain good-naturedly about the lack of decent light. She remembered Ellen in the school play, moving confidently across the stage, her gestures sure, her voice clear. All those things were sources of pride. Okay, so now we're getting back to the question. Anne-Marie described many different sources of pride, and it asked which do you think gives them the strongest feelings of pride? Okay, so back to page 93, the very bottom. All those things, those sources of pride, the candlesticks, the books, the daydreams of theater, had been left behind in Copenhagen. So that sentence gives you the sources of pride. And they kind of give some other ideas, so like their work, some of the traditions they observed. Okay, so like the lighting of candles, that was one of the traditions that they observed as Hanukkah. Alright, that's a source of pride. That's, something that the Jewish people do, that they're very proud of, this tradition. Okay? But those things have been left behind in Copenhagen. They had nothing with them now. There was only the clothing of unknown people for warmth, the food from Henrik's farm for survival, and the dark path ahead through the woods to freedom. Okay, so the question is, Anne-Marie describes many different sources of pride. We're talking about candlesticks, the book, the being in the play. Alright? Usually when we say pride, or being proud, we mean it in a bad way. Okay? And pride, in the bad kind of pride, is a sin. Okay? We're not supposed to think that we are great. We're not supposed to think that we're the best and that we deserve all kinds of great things. We're not supposed to think that. We're supposed to be humble because we're supposed to know that we are sinners, that anything good that happens to us is something that God did for us. It's not because that we're so wonderful and we did all this great stuff to earn these things. It would be pride to think that we deserve all the good stuff that we have. Okay? We are to be what? We are to be, starts with the TH, everyone.
And thankful.
Thankful. We're supposed to be thankful. Okay? But that could be considered a good kind of pride. To be thankful for good things that we have. So when he's talking about Anne-Marie described the many different sources of pride, she's talking about the traditions they have and the things they do and the things they have that makes them thankful and happy. Alright? So, when we say the sources of pride, we're talking about the things that make them thankful and happy, like the candlesticks. It's because it's one of their traditions. Like the books, because it's something that her dad does for work, right? He's a teacher. So that makes them thankful and happy. Like being in the play, that made her thankful and happy. Okay? So the question is, which of those do you think gives the strongest feelings of pride, thankfulness, or happiness? Okay? So you're supposed to say that and explain your answer. Alright, so that one I want you to give me 5 sentences about. Okay? Hands down. I'll take those questions in a minute. Alright? And then you have to think, what is your greatest source of pride? Okay, so think of the things in your life. Think of the things, not writing right now. Think of the things that your family does and things that y'all do or the things that you have that make you thankful and happy. Okay? And then explain why that is your choice and give me 5 sentences for that. That's what you're going to be working on for this. Okay? Alright, I'll take your questions now. Lucy.
Isn't that I have?
It could be something that only you have, yeah. Mm-hmm.
So we're supposed to write 5 sentences for each of these?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yep, Owen.
Are we going to read chapter 3 now?
No. We're just doing this. This is the only thing we're doing for reading today. Joseph?
Wait, you know how you said everything that you get that you're happy of is from Jesus? Doesn't that mean like everything that that happens to you that's bad is from Jesus?
God ordained everything that happened. So he allows bad things to happen to us sometimes for different reasons. It could be to, okay, let's not write right now, I'm answering questions. It could be to make us stronger. It could be to help us learn a lesson. Okay? He doesn't make those bad things happen, but he allows those bad things to happen sometimes. Okay? Think about Jesus dying on the cross. Was that a bad thing? It was certainly bad that they did it, but he allowed that to happen so a good thing can happen to us, right? Okay? Alright? Understand? Owen?
2 things. One, is this going to be for him?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What's the name?
What now? In a minute. Cadence?
So for what is your greatest source of pride? What can you say was tradition?
Yeah, it could be a tradition. Alright, y'all go ahead and get started on that.